him through another contact, and he was interested in me coaching him, and he was in the, top 10 in commercial real estate in what he does in his company. It's a big company he works for, and he wanted to get to the top 5. And he wanted me to help coach him to get to that next level. And I says, I'm willing to do that, but where does this fit in with some other core values that you have? And he was like, I think it fits in fine. And I said, well, what core values are you using to judge whether it makes sense to try and go from 10 to top 5? And he goes, well, I actually don't know what you mean. And I said, okay, so for me, what I always, when I'm interacting with my members, what I share with them is that it has to fit into 4 values on whether it makes sense. It has to be good for the person's health, meaning if it's going to take 60 hours a week, or they have to work late and get up early and burn the candle at both ends, that isn't good for their health. It has to be good for their conscience or their soul. It can't be something that violates their conscience, like doing some high interest loans that are not legal. I mean, those aren't good for the conscience when you're doing things that aren't above board. As an example, it's a silly example, but it makes the point. It has to be good for the family. It can't impact the family. It's different if you're not making money, like you're broke and you're really in a bad financial place and you've got to go out and work 2-3 jobs to survive. But we're not talking, this gentleman is not about, he's way past the point of surviving. He's doing very, very well financially. So will it impact his family negatively? And thirdly, will it impact the community negatively? So, for instance, I'll go off on something on that regard. For instance, I was talking to someone who owned property, and he wanted to buy property, kick people out, and fix the place up, get higher rents after he fixed up the place, get the value of the rents up, the value up, and then sell it. And there was no consideration of community. He was kicking out people. Some didn't have the means to move. And so that wasn't necessarily good for the community. So my coach to him was, why don't you work with a property manager or several of them that may be able to place these people someplace else in one of their other buildings that might even be more affordable. And that way they have a place to go. And you're still accomplishing your goal. And see, now that's good for the community as well as it's good for him. So going back to the commercial real estate broker, I said, how many hours is it going to take to get from 10 to 5? He goes, oh, quite a bit more hours. And I said, give me a number. He says, 15 to 20 more hours a week. And he had 2 little children. And I said, do you think it's going to affect your health? He goes, yeah, I won't be able to get to the gym. So you won't be able to take care of yourself? No. All right. You're not doing anything, it's going to violate your conscience. How about is it going to be good for your family? Well, the money will. Yeah, but do they really? Are they telling you they want more money? Do they need more money? Because no, we live well. I go, so how will it impact your family, you being gone 15, 20 hours more a week? He goes, well, I probably won't be able to go to my kids' games. I'll probably miss a few games. Probably won't be home to do the homework. My wife will have to pick up the slack. I go, how's she going to feel about that? I go, I haven't asked her. I'm like, okay. In the end, he realized that being in the top 10 was good enough. Being in the top 5 wasn't worth damaging his health and his family life. And so it was an excellent exercise for him.